Well, I'm set up over here for sunrise. I'll show you where I'm at. Surprisingly, there's not too many people up yet. Thought, you know, there might be a few, but right now there's like maybe 2 or 3 other people awake. So I think we're gonna get some decent color. It's not a ton of clouds, so I'm not hoping for anything too crazy, but I think it should be pretty good. So yeah, I'm right up here. Usual big guy on the tripod. I'm gonna get the GoPro set up and get my other camera out, and hopefully we'll get some pretty good stuff here. I mean, we're set up like right on the runway here. Thankfully it's a small airport, so I'm not too worried about anything. Sunrise is looking pretty decent. There's a little setup there. Got a few people out joining me this morning. Got a little bit of color pop out there. Hopefully, once the sun gets up over the mountains like this side, some color coming through over here. Well, the color's kind of starting to die for over here, so we're this is the GoPro. We're switching over to this side. Got a little bit of color coming over here, so hopefully it works out pretty well. Going for a third angle here because the light keeps shifting. So set up, hoping there should be some light coming in through this valley here soon. There's a little bit on top of that mountain, so set up looking at that. Shooting some details over here on these mountains, just being a big lens, so hopefully I have a few of those in there for you. So yeah, it's not the greatest sunrise ever, but we're getting some decent color, hanging out. There's not too many people up yet. It's still decently early. We'll see when everybody gets up and gets moving. People out vlogging, getting a little bit of sunrise. I'm excited for taking my first shower in a week. So, got some nice showers over here with a little bit of a view, and apparently plenty of hot water. So, I'm gonna go check this out. Got a nice little shower here, a sink, and quite the view. So yeah, I'm excited. Getting a little bit of breakfast cooking here. Got the water boiled up. Gonna do some oatmeal and tea as usual. Jordan's here with his epic truck cooking up some breakfast. People are trying to wake up a little more. Yeah, good start to the day.
How'd you stop it? There's a brake. It got really loose, it got really tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Don't know.
It did. Hey.
Yeah, when it was dark, yeah.
But it has the headlights. Hey, you out here last night?
Yeah. Yeah, we were doing some long social stuff last night. We just finished doing some skating there. I showed you, so I think there's a few people doing like a little workout session. The rest of us are heading to the main tent. Jax, who lives in this bus right here full time, is doing a little talk on travel and living on the road, so it should be interesting to hear. So we're gonna head over that way and find a little spot to sit down, and it should be a good little talk and Q&A.
So what I did was I basically
got a big piece of paper and I made my own like dream board, or like goal board, like what my ultimate dream job was, and that was in the center, which was to have my own travel show. Some of the biggest expenses, right? Especially if you're eating out every day, that's kind of expensive. And if you're providing a service, you are worth the free meal. You guys are worth the free trip, okay? It's all about convincing your mind that you're worth it.
In Munich, went all the way down through Italy and back up into Germany, and it ran perfectly, and that cost 14k.
And you guys just slept.
And that's a new one, so
you slept in the Defender. Sorry, it's roomy in there.
in a 110, yeah. You can
Jax is like the most genuine dude. I freaking love him. He's like so awesome. It's like, how do you get sponsorships? It was an accident. I don't know. And it's like, no, it's because you're awesome and you freaking flipped a bus around and you hustled and now money and sponsorships came to you. But he's just so humble and he's like still in the grind, so he doesn't realize like what he's cultivated is unreal, and he's doing such amazing things, and he's way beyond what he thinks he's on, you know.
And I asked him like, what's ISO, what's shutter speed, like what are all these things, like how do I take a good picture? And so the past year I just kind of played around with the camera, and now we travel almost full time.
So everybody's here waiting. JP's been flying for the morning to Vegas to get the seats put back in the plane. He's doing a flyby, hopefully. So he should be coming in right about here, either landing or flying by on the runway to come back around. So everybody's kind of gathering up to get the shot.
Totally fly this.
Here comes some more people with vehicles. So Scott here's got this van fixed up with the kitchen, bed, and everything. He's fixed up some hot dogs and pizza and beers giving out. So having a little blue moon there, hanging out. Good times.
Yeah, like for me, it's like even that, seeing that people from all over, and then when you realise like the community, the audience, it's much bigger, and there's people all around the world on this same wavelength that we're feeling this weekend, the same vibe. And I really felt like part of a family, part of a connection to people all over, especially Pakistan. Egypt again was like another vibe where I just felt like, wow, like this is an amazing global family we have.
Weather determined a lot too. I avoided Bangladesh and Thailand because of weather. You're in the tropical convergence zone up there, and it's just crazy weather, which you don't want to mess with. So we decided to cut it out and head straight to Malaysia. I think this is an interesting thing because compared to other around the world flights, we had great experiences. The only one was India, which was not like a mean thing. They weren't being mean. They just loved paperwork there. And like we were cleared into the airport, like past customs, and then told we can refuel later. And then when I wanted to refuel, they were like, no, you can't go to your plane. And it was like, it took 5 hours, which was crazy. We didn't have any issues anywhere. Egypt was a bit hostile, but still we didn't have issues. I think it's because compared to a lot of other people that fly around the world, maybe they're more tense, or there wasn't this like friendship vibe we were giving over. So we just befriended everybody, gave them the leftover snacks we had, and kind of made it work.
Another thing is, I think, and this comes down to JP's research and chatting to other people, is we had some really good tips of how to avoid getting into sticky situations. One of them was like, we need to take the GoPros off the wings when we go to certain countries. Another one was, we need to pretend to be like really professional. So we had to wear, I don't know if you saw the vlogs, these like really legit looking like uniforms where we had like epaulets on our shirts. We made these like ID badges. And I felt like a fraud, like, you know that movie, Catch Me If You Can? Yeah. When he's like pretends to be a pilot. I literally felt like that, and I felt really bad for the people watching that had like earned those stripes, and I'm like an absolute fraud. But it was so funny, like we landed in Egypt, and it was like a military airport, like fighter jets were taking off after we got in, like we had uniformed military guys come up to the plane, and then as we got out, they were like, Captain, like shake our hand, like salute us almost, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Imagine if I just rolled up like this normally, they would have been like, who are these guys? But it like worked really well, like it worked a dream, didn't it?
So the problem I have is there are a few things. The wear and tear on the airplane, because it's a retractable, is quite significant just doing these short flights. So I can't do too many. Also, I have limited daylight and time available. But I do want to take people flying. Like it's fairly important to me. So unfortunately, instead of just randomly picking and choosing people, I'm gonna leave it up to luck.
Okay, so I don't want to pick him. Pick him. Alright, don't hate me if you don't get picked, okay? I want to take you all five, but I can't. I really just can't. Alright, I'm gonna just pick him and throw them there, and then we'll open him.
I was on my grind, just chasing paper.